Hello and welcome back to HRD Live, where I'm joined by Nebel Crowhurst of Roche. How are you doing, Nebel?
I'm good, thank you. Really good.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So, what have you been sharing with audiences today at the summit?
So we were talking this morning, myself and a couple of other people from some interesting organisations, about balance in the workplace.
Okay.
And actually we talked more about creating harmony. So there's a lot of talk around work-life balance, but we were saying actually it's more about life harmony.
So harmony, what does that mean? How do you define harmony?
Yeah, so I guess the world of work has evolved so much over the last years and decades, with people's expectation of work and also the use of technology,
Of course.
and the idea that we're always on and accessible, and how do we have a decent equilibrium between being able to be flexible
Of course.
and working in the way that we want to, but also still having our own lives and doing things outside of work that we're passionate about.
It's such a huge challenge as well. I mean, I know, for example, stuff like even notifications on my phone just constantly distract me if I've emails on there. Do you have any particular ways you think are the best ways of trying to establish that harmony? Was there anything you shared in that session which are kind of good points for people to take away?
So one of the things that what I specifically brought up was I find it really difficult to work in organisations where, in one respect, you're trying to encourage flexibility, autonomy, people choosing when and where they work, but alongside it, there's a rigid, what's known as a flexible work policy. And so the flexible work policy for me, I think, is outdated and is what needs to be looked at, because I believe that when you go down the route of somebody putting forward a formal request for flexible work, it's actually counterintuitive.
Yeah, like an oxymoron or something, right?
Yeah, so we had a bit of a chat about that because I was on a panel talk, so we just shared our various experiences in different businesses, but certainly for me, I feel that is something that's not helping enable people to be more flexible and have that harmony that they're after. So
what should replace that, do you think? Is it kind of, so you do want to do away with that policy perhaps, but then if organisations are like, well, okay, what do I do now? Like, how do you, is it a mindset change that needs to take place?
I think it's part of the culture of your organisation. There needs to be a level of guidance, of course. Obviously I'm not suggesting that businesses just go into free fall and everyone works in a maverick way and does whatever they want whenever they want to. There's got to be a level of balance. But I do think we should enable people to feel empowered enough to know that they've got a job to do, they've got work they need to deliver. We should have more of a management style where we are looking at those people's output, and as long as they're delivering their work, it shouldn't matter where they do it from, when they do it, just so long as they're delivering what's needed. And so enabling people to feel that they can take that ownership and make those decisions.
Fantastic. Now, finally, for anyone watching this at home who couldn't make this session and has this kind of idea in mind, they really want to change this kind of relationship between life and work in their organisation, an HR leader or a business leader, and having the faintest idea of where to get started, what would maybe be your top tip for getting things off the ground?
Talk to people. Talk to your business. Talk to your employees. Don't be a HR person that thinks you know all the answers, because more often than not we don't. And we tend to remove one process and policy and put it in place with another. So find out what people want and need, and understand what that is for the context of your business, and then help to put that into practice.
Amazing. Nebel, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Stay tuned, guys, for more very soon.